Yeah, you know it. Hey, welcome to Just Incredible's Liftoff Show. We are here in Los Angeles, California. My dog Ferg is on the show, man. What's up with my brother, man?
I'm feeling so incredible, just incredible.
My dog. It's good to see you, man.
Likewise, always good to see you.
Every time, man. I mean, I'm so excited that you've released this project.
Oh, man, appreciate it.
How excited are you, man? How did it feel to get all of these emotions and energies out to your fans, bro?
It felt good. It felt like I came up for air.
Yeah.
Like, imagine not dropping something for 4 years. Like, it's kind of like not talking to the world.
That last project was 2020, huh?
Yeah, 2020 up. And yeah, it's just like when you come outside, you want to hide a little bit because you get tired of people like, yo, when is the next song coming out? When is it this? Yo, you still rapping? Like, yo, what's going on with the, yo, like, you all right? Like,
that type of shit.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, can a dude just like create?
Yeah, take my time and create. What is that creative process like for you, man?
It's like really just like locking in on self. Sometimes I gotta stay out of the way, stay out of the party, stay out of the scene.
Yeah.
Be in the crib. You know, I'm working out, I'm reading every day, and I'm just really trying to figure out what I want to say. And then there's times where it's like, all right, I got that off. Now it's time to go out and get those experiences because that goes into the music as well.
Right. See, that's what I feel like on this project you did both of, right?
Yes.
It's like you get you living life and telling your experiences, and then you going out and experiencing,
right,
and then at the same time putting that in the music.
Yeah, it's a lot of reflective moments. Also, it's a lot of me being in the moment and expressing that as well.
Was that something that was kind of new for you in creating this project?
I feel like in this project, that is something I definitely practice a little bit more. I don't know if I subconsciously did it in my last projects.
Yeah.
But this one, I specifically like fasted and, you know, ran in the sun and like I wanted to channel something with this project. And then there was times where like you know, it was less healthy. It was more like a healthy turn up. It was like we was drinking and we was like on yachts and we was going to the strip club and like talking about those experiences because part of this experience coming out of the COVID was to see other rappers in their moment.
Right.
Like going out and hanging out with like Lil Baby and bumping into like Uzi and just seeing how they do it in Atlanta and in a different culture, in a different zone.
Yeah.
That was exciting for me as well. Yeah. So all of that stuff went into the music, me linking up with like Mike Will and True and all of the ear drummers in Atlanta.
Crazy.
And really like me just living and like having all of those experiences going to the music, it was really like, it was fun.
Yeah, it seems like it. That's the vibe I get by listening to it.
Well, Allure specifically.
Allure,
and they thought I was dead specifically. Like they thought I was dead was a little bit more, that was a little bit more like, all right.
They thought I was dead as
they thought I was dead. Like, you know, those horns, they came from Lex Luger. I was on his Instagram live and I seen him like messing with some horns and I DM'd him, yo, I need those horns.
Dope.
So he gave me the horns and then I went to Mike Will in Atlanta and I was like, yo, I got these horns from Lex Luger. I need you to add some like things around it, but then we need to do a flip and it need to go into something else. And then that's what True gave us. He gave us that second half of that beat. So that beat change is stupid. And then I was listening to like a lot of UK rap, so like my cadence even, my ex just called, she cried, she banging my line like, what are we doing? Text me fucking up all of the M's, so I gotta get back to it. Couple of bros, they trade they so for dough and hoes gonna be so foolish. Fill up a one with the low, won't break one. So that's like a UK, at the top it feels so lonely. My friends keep chipping away. Got one more drink with Sony, time to renegotiate. That's like something,
that
you feel
cadence, me? Yeah, it's got that UK bounce to
yeah,
it.
so, and that came from me like recording a lot of the album in London as well.
Really?
Like I recorded like this album like a month, like just in London with El Mean, which is a dope singer.
He was on the project a couple times, right?
Exactly. Yeah. El Mean and my boy Silva, who helped me orchestrate the string section that's all throughout the album.
Crazy.
With Sally, she did like a lot of the James Bond movies, the scoring and everything like that.
Yeah. So
yeah, I know I just said a lot, but
good.
That's how much is going into this project. And yeah, it's a lot of those experiences. Like I'm in the same spot Adele record her albums, and it's like we got a 10-piece orchestra. I never worked with a 10-piece orchestra before. Like
what an experience,
you
man.
know, and like you know, I got a beat from Power Pleasance that like I'm adding a 10-piece string section on. Like, it's just nuts.
Man,
like,
you know what? It's all elevation, though. You know what I'm saying? Each time, level up a little bit more, man.
Exactly.
And it's really like flowing through the project, man, which is so beautiful.
Yeah.
How the project has these moments, like you said, that beat switch up moment.
Yeah.
As a fan, it just catches you off guard. And you just, you know what I mean?
One of my favorite moments is when I was in London, I was looking for Jazzy B from Soul II Soul.
Okay.
Because I just love the intro to Belly and how they had Steady, are you ready? What's going on? And I love Soul II Soul. And I told Salam Remy, we was working, I'm like, yo, you know Soul II Soul, right? He was like, yeah, I used to work with them. And I'm like, you got Jazzy B number? He gave me Jazzy B number. I was in London. I connected with Jazzy B, and when he gave me his address, he was literally 5 minutes away from where I was staying.
Wow, like that?
Everything in this album was happening like that. Lined up. So I went to his crib. We had dinner. We had like some curry, and his wife made some food. And he started to go through a lot of the samples, like original vocals that he had from 1994 stacked up. He's like, yo, even Kanye came through trying to get like some chops from me. And he gave me the chops, and then what I did, I took his chops and had MC Vert, who did I Just Wanna Rock for Uzi, do the Jersey Club drums with the Soul II Soul chops in there. Added Didi Osama with a drill section, threw the gospel on there with Harlem alumni who used to be the Boys Choir of Harlem, and had like the fashion icon Bloody Osiris say the intro.
The Bloody Osiris intro, so
come on
crazy.
now, like,
and this is how you.
It's like
off,
if you know, you know, like, come on now, and you should know
that part, man. And you getting a really dope history lesson. My boy Ferg is here. Darold is the name of the project, which is your name, right?
Yeah, it's my government
name. So that tells us right away how personal this album is going to be. Was it? Talk to me about the challenges of, you know, speaking so freely. I think even on one of the tracks you said, like, how difficult it could be to open up on a record.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, but...
Or refreshing in a way. Maybe tough's not the right word.
Definitely refreshing.
Right.
But it was tough at first to get to this point of refreshment because we're in a climate right now where it's so cool to be cool. And it's like, why don't we talk about like the uncool moments that make us cool? You know, like, why don't we talk about those, you know, those moments in the gym where you're not feeling so cool. That's like you're sweating. It's like it's bloody. It's like a fight.
I don't really want to be here, but I'm here. I'm trying, but you know, it's
you
like,
know what I'm saying?
Is the progress happening? All these things go through your head, whether it's professional or personal.
And the more I got into that, I started thinking about all of the artists that I love. And all of the artists that I love has depth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know, it's documented what got them to where they are.
Right.
Like, and I just wanted to document my thing. Like, I started thinking about me as a movie. Like, at the end of this movie, or like, if I came out with a movie and at the end of my life, what do I want to leave people with? And how exciting would it be for people just to know all my ups and downs? Crazy. Like, that's a good-ass movie.
That's a good movie, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the movies we love to watch.
For sure, because if everything's just a party and a celebration.
Yeah, everything is lit. It's Barney.
Yeah.
It's bebop.
Right.
You know?
That's true. Yeah, man. Like I said, 12 songs on the project. French Tips, man.
Yeah, French Tips is one of them joints.
It's one of those ones, man. It's a vintage feel, but sounds so good on the radio and in the car.
Yeah.
Talk to me about designing this track, man.
So, I like the way you said that. Designing this track, I originally, I went to E. Hudson, and he has this thing where he brings in like all the champagne in the studio, and it's
I meant
like
to bring champagne tonight. I flew it. My bad. Next time,
it's all good. It's all good.
Some champagne. You just reminded me.
It's all good. So he knows how to set the vibe and the tempo and the energy, and you know, when part of this process, I wanted to work with people that was easy to work with to like get a lot out, because it was just like, it was sketches I had to get out. So every time I go see E. Hudson, I'm doing like 5 joints every session,
right? Because
he's so easy to work with. I'm aligned with his beats, and then he played that one beat, which was like a replay of like the Brandy joint.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. And then I just wrote it. And then for the longest, it didn't have a hook on it.
Interesting.
So I went to Slim from 112 to try to get a 112 hook. And then I realized that he sent his vocals back with just him. And I'm like, oh, this is cool, but where's the rest of the bros? And he's like, oh, he's not really telling me that they're not together anymore.
Interesting.
So I heard from a third party that they wasn't together no more. Shout outs to Slim for doing that. But I was like, man, we got to figure it out because I really heard 112 on it.
Interesting.
And then I kept bumping into Coco during Grammy week because there was a bunch of parties and stuff happening. And then I bumped into her at a studio session. And that was when I was like, yo, I got a joint for us. I think you'll sound amazing on. We linked up. We went to the studio. She laid it down. I got it all documented. That footage is going to come out soon.
Dope, man. Dope.
And it was dope. It was super dope.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that story, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Slim, 112 Legends.
Yeah, shout out to all of them.
But I do feel it needed a female presence on that hook.
That's
so I
a
think
fact.
Everything happens for a reason.
That's a fact.
Right?
Facts.
Yeah, that's how,
Facts.
you know.
I mean, the way I wrote it originally, it made sense.
Got it.
But like you probably can't unhear it because you heard it already. The way you hear it,
got that. What is it? Demoitis.
Yeah, you got demoitis. Exactly. So I wrote the hook for a female and for her to like talk to me or talk to any dude listening.
Got it.
You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Talk about some of the other features on the project. You know, Future.
Come on, we got Future on there. We got Mary J. Blige on two
appearances.
Exactly. We got Didi Osama. We got Mario Juanes on the piano. We got El Mean. We got Black Pearl. We got, it's a lot of new flavor, a lot of classic flavor.
I like how you integrated both in there.
Yeah, we got Dapper Dan on there talking throughout the album. He's like the oracle that's like just weaving all of the songs together. We got Denzel Curry on there.
Denzel Curry lit it up.
He came with the slam dunk.
Shout out to Denzel Curry.
He came with the slam dunk that just went crazy out of nowhere because my album was done. Like we like a week from like releasing.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, what can I do to turn this up even more? And me and Denzel, we've been in the studio working on a lot of music, and I'm like, yo, he'll sound crazy on Demons. Sent it to him. I didn't even tell my label because they would have been pulling their hair out. He did it quick. He was on tour. He did it that night. Boom, bodied it. Sent it the next day. Yo, this is cool. Yo, you bodied that. Mixed it. It's on the album now.
Love it.
Yep.
Cooked it up.
Exactly.
I'm loving the jacket, man. Talk to the people about you got a lot of going on with the fashion side. I know you just relaunched some.
Yeah, just relaunched my father's brand, Ferg Apparel. He started it in 1994. He had a store, boutique called Ferg Apparel in Harlem, 145th between 7th and 8th. So it's just time, like with me dropping the self-titled Darold album, really getting personal and depth. This is part of the storytelling as well. You'll get to be able to buy some of these things on fergapparel.com. We got the jackets, the leather jackets, the T-shirts and everything.
Crazy.
And my storytelling is through different mediums. It's going to be through painting. I painted all of the art.
I love the album cover, man.
Thank you.
Love the album cover.
It was a self-portrait, and that's my first time doing a painting of myself. I went to art and design high school.
Okay.
And my major was fashion and fine arts. So a part of the practice with this album was becoming more Darold. I was so used to being ASAP Ferg, Traveler, Hood Pope, Ferg, the rap star. And it's like, hold up, bro. You paint, you design, you draw, you sketch. Let's get into that.
Yeah.
So during the pandemic, I started picking up those traits again. And I was like, the ultimate flex is to be able to paint my own album cover. So that's what I just did.
Shit's dope, man. Amazing album cover, bro.
Thank you.
Speaking of, fashion, who would you say in hip hop are 3 of your style goats, man? 3 style goats.
In hip hop?
In hip hop. Other than yourself.
That we see.
Yeah.
It can't be like my parent.
Right. Now, I would say somebody that, you know what I'm saying?
That everybody in the world would know?
Yeah.
Well, I would say Ye for sure. I would say Pharrell for sure.
Ooh, that third one, huh?
Because I'm thinking about a woman now. Eve. Woo!
Eve's fire.
I bodied that.
Yeah, that's Eve's fire.
Super fly.
Crazy.
OD fly. And she don't get all her flowers the way she need to.
That part. You know who else?
Eve
Tiana
is
Taylor.
dumb fly.
Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, TT is fly.
Do her thing, man.
Yeah, she's
Do
super
her
fly.
thing.
She Harlem.
Harlem. Ferg is here, man. We getting into it. Harlem's in the building.
Yeah.
Right here on the West Coast, man.
Yes.
Glad to have you on the show tonight.
We turn the West to the East. You already know what it is because it's West and the East
Crazy.
together. We come on, we uniting,
my boy.
Come on, you heard?
Yeah, man. Let's talk about Mike Will on that beat, man. That thought I was dead, man.
Yeah.
That's energy right there, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Mike Will appears on the project a few times.
Yep, Mike
right?
Will, featured on there as well. Mm-hmm. You know, Mike Will is a really good friend of mine, and we will always hang out and talk on the phone for hours.
Mike could talk.
Yeah,
Mike could talk.
But, you know, he's one of those guys I want to sit and listen to because he's attained so much, and he's been in the game for so long that he got so many gems to give. So I'm a student around him, and I listen to him. He's a really good friend of mine. He's a real brother of mine, and so much so that like we knew each other over 10 years, and we're just now making music.
Interesting, crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
We did I did a song with him before that never came out, but we said like this is the right time, and like sometimes, you know, me as an artist, I gotta evolve to work with certain people, or I got to tap into a certain frequency or tune in to the vibe. You know, I got a friend like my boy Black Pearl. He's not as established as me, but he has a super huge voice.
Okay.
He grew up in a church gospel singer, and like I told him like years ago, I said, yo, bro, I got to develop to be able to sit on a song with you. Like, I can't be shoulder to shoulder with a song with you. You're like John Legend level. Like, wow. I haven't figured out a way to create to that level yet.
Yeah.
And we finally did it with this album. So you'll hear him on Dead Homies, and you'll also hear him on another song, Light Work.
Dope. Yeah, Light Work. I like the sample in there. It's like a kid.
Jersey.
Right?
Oh, that's my cousin. That's my little cousin. So he said, yo, I love Didi Osama. Like, you got to get him on a song. I'm like, I bet. I'm going to put you on a song with Didi Osama. Wow. So I put my little cousin on. He's also on Demons as well.
Dope, man.
Got a night light so the monsters don't chase me. Demons on the corner, got the hood going brazy. That's my little cousin. So he's featured on 2 of the songs.
Sick, man. Sick.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Taj.
Family affair on the project.
Taj,
man.
you better be home sleeping right now.
Taj. Oh, man. So, Future, how does the collaboration with you and Future, I seen the videos out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So with me and Future, like I did a law. Like I do all of the songs before I hand them in as features. And then like cause I watched this interview where Michael Jackson was like working with Teddy Riley, and they finished the album, and Mike was like, all right, the album is done, Teddy. And he's like, yep, it's done, Mike. And he was like, all right, now let's remix every song. So like I picked up that practice. It's like I'm gonna finish the songs, but how do I turn it up? Hence why I said Denzel, he came through with the slam dunk, because I came up with that last minute.
Right.
Like, yo, what can I do to turn up this song?
Yeah.
So I'll like, you know, I'm not selfish in that way where it's like I gotta take over the whole song. I'm like, all right, what, for the sake of the listener, what can we do to turn up this song? So I took off my whole second verse just to put Denzel on there. And you can hear it too, because it was like my label did something to where it's like they uploaded the wrong song, the wrong version. And you can hear the original version where you can hear my second verse. But like, you know, you'll see the fans in the comment like, yo, Denzel's verse is only on the clean version. We got to get it on the dirty version. So you'll hear my first verse somewhere out there if you stream it. But yeah, Denzel bodied that like always.
Yeah, he went crazy.
He's like one of those guys that like still sharp and still, and he's literally my favorite MC.
So good.
He's my favorite MC.
Damn, you heard
like,
that. Ferg.
Snoop is my favorite rapper. Denzel is my favorite MC.
Come on. That's big praise. That's big praise. Shout out to my dog Denzel Curry, man.
And shout out to Uncle Snoop.
Yeah,
we got the same birthday, West Coast.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Man, talk about bringing Kendrick Lamar to Harlem, bro.
Man, that was amazing. You know, Kendrick is one of my all-time favorite rappers.
Yeah, of course, man.
He's a monk when it comes to that shit. Like, I just wanted to ask him all the questions without being annoying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just asked him the right ones. Like,
Did you, like, anything you could share? Like, what was any conversations from that day?
It was one thing that I walked away with. I was like, any advice, basically? And he was like, he was like, he said something to the point, I can't quote it exactly the way he said, but he was like, in a spectrum of like, just like you being an artist and going all the way here, he was like, try to stay within here. You know, try to keep, you know, he said something like, try to maintain your underdogness.
That's good advice.
So you don't become overrated. That's what he was basically saying. And I was like, I get it now. It's almost like when Charlemagne said Kendrick looked like a janitor. Like, he was like, oh, you kind of look like you dress like a janitor, kind of like almost like.
It kind of kept Kendrick in a mind state of being an underdog, you feel
I don't think it kept him in a mind state. I think Kendrick, whatever he's doing, how we're perceiving it,
understood.
Yeah, he can keep his underdogness because he's definitely in control of everything. He's a master.
Yeah, right.
Big dog.
Right.
So whatever we're perceiving it to be, he's doing that on purpose.
Interesting. Yeah.
So like for Charlemagne to even feel comfortable to say that,
right?
I feel like, and I could be wrong. That's just how I'm perceiving it. But
understood.
I feel like, when he says to maintain that underdogness, it's so like people don't look at you and be like, oh, he's overrated. Like, I'm over him. Like,
right.
We always feel like we don't get enough of Kendrick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the note right there.
Exactly.
What about that day in Harlem? What was the energy like, man? Like, how does it even happen? You get a phone call?
Nah, so we was at his show at the Barclay, and we was in the green room, and he's like, yo, we got a day off. Well, he didn't say it. Dave was talking like, yeah, we got a day off. And I'm like, what y'all trying to do? And then I was like, he's like, I don't know. And I looked at Dot, and I'm like, y'all trying to go to Harlem? But I'm just throwing it out there, like.
Right.
And he's like, I'm with it. And I'm like, oh, fire. So the next day, I'm not thinking Dave really gonna hit me and be like, yo, he really trying to pull up, like. So I had to put a whole itinerary together.
Right.
And real quick, we had like a whole we had like 15 bikes, like motorcycles, Taiwan. He brought all of the bikes out, like basically detailing the car. Like it was like a bunch of bikes around, like 4 SUVs and Sprinters. Like we was moving like the president all through Harlem. We hopped out. Like we went to the juice bar. We got these Gugong shots. That's like it's Gugong is basically like
green juice, or
no, it's not green juice. It gets you nice. Like you drink it and you feel a little buzzy, but it's healthy for you. It's like Chinese roots.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's Tiger Balm. So you drink it and it makes sure your blood is flowing and everything is good for you.
Nice.
But you get nice off of it. So I took him to get some Gugongs, and then I'm like, yo, it's nice outside. Let's walk. And we basically walked to 250. We walked the whole 250, 125th, past the Apollo. He looking at all of the DVDs on the table and shit. And it was a perfect day because all of the kids was in school.
Okay.
So my whole thing is like, it's cool like for me to walk Dot through Harlem and like all the kids see him, but I really wanted to do it for him because I know he ain't gonna be able to do that again without having so much people outside and on him. I wanted him to really experience Harlem, look through things. He buying mangoes from the Mexican lady. Like we went to Melba's to eat.
Damn.
So we caught a real vibe. We went to go see Dapper Dan. It was oddly Dapper Dan's birthday. I didn't even know.
Crazy.
We brought out a cake to him.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, this whole process and everything has been super divine.
Right.
Like, I could not plan none of this, bro.
So dope, man.
The life we live.
And Ferg released footage of that link up, right? It's up on YouTube.
I didn't release it.
Oh, okay.
I think SnapGod, he got some on his television thing
channel.
on YouTube. Yeah.
Dope, man. Yeah, it's out there though. It seemed like a great moment, man. And doing pull-ups and
oh yeah. That went viral. Yeah, like that went viral. Him and my uncle T Ferg. I don't know how he let Kendrick win like that. That was crazy.
Kendrick looked like it was effortless.
Yeah, he's like 100 pounds. Like, I told him we need a rematch. I said we gotta go to Compton. We went to Harlem. We did it. Now we need a rematch.
There you go. All right, man. Speaking of Harlem, man. Other than yourself, man, 3 of the top MCs to come out of Harlem. Who would you want to give their flowers to?
Big L, Cameron, and I can't include myself, right?
I'll do that, man. Of course, you're one of the greats, man.
Okay, so Big L, Cameron, and myself.
That's what's up.
Yep.
3 of the toughest.
3 of the toughest
to come out of Harlem.
Come on now.
What is it?
You ain't never gonna see Harlem look like this. Yo, y'all experience something in the world that y'all never gonna see.
Talk about it.
Look at this.
Show it.
Look at me.
Look at it. Look at it.
Y'all never gonna see like.
Show them the chain, man. Ooh.
Come on, yams on a horse on a unicorn. Y'all never gonna see it done like this again.
This boy do it different.
Like y'all experiencing a glitch in a vortex right now.
Ferg, talk that shit.
Come on now, I don't be talking like that, but
it's
I'm
facts.
just like
Facts
look at me like Bottega Daddy.
Come on.
With the Ferg apparel on her arm.
Leather going crazy.
Good Uniqlo. Crocodile boots.
Ooh, that fit check going crazy.
You thought these was denim, but they actually leather.
Sheesh.
Go ahead, touch that real quick. That's leather right
That's
there.
leather. I thought it was denim.
Thought it was denim.
Crazy.
You thought I was dead.
My boy Ferg is here. The new project is out.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for you, man. You got Mary J pops up a couple times on the project.
Yep.
How do you, I mean, it's hard to get one song with Mary. How do you get two?
Man, I could not make that happen either.
Man.
So I'm in the studio. Well, my boy Carver, shout out to him. He the one who connected me with the Queen.
Okay.
We set up a studio time, and she loved. I played her about like 6 songs. She loved all of them, but she picked 4 to work on.
Wow.
So she picked 4. She like, yo, I'm gonna do 4. I said, we gonna have a whole Mary and Ferg album.
That part.
And then she wound up doing 2, which is Casting Spells and Chosen. And my mother, she the one who really schooled me to like Mary and 411 and had me listening to her at a young age. So what I did was I put my mom's on a song with Mary.
Yeah.
So you see Shay Rock featuring Mary J. Blige.
Major.
You know, feature Ferg featuring Shay Rock and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah,
you know
what did that mean to your mom, man?
Everything because you know, it really hits her when her friends hit her with it. Like, you got a song with Mary J. Blige? Like, what? So it's like, it's just amazing. I love to do that. Like I said, like, my little cousin said he loved Didi Osama. I put him on a song with Didi Osama.
Yeah.
Like, that's like my, like, now I'm showing, like, my weight. Like,
Put it together.
Pushing things around.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. A couple Jay-Z mentions on the project, man. Can you explain, you know, your relationship goes back, you know what I'm saying, with Hove?
Yeah, so I was an intern at Rockaware. Yeah, Rockaware and Artful Dodger when I was in high school. And I met Jay-Z at a Christmas dinner once. And I remember my friend telling me, yo, give him like your music, da-da-da-da. And I said, nah, he can't experience it this way. He got to discover me. He got to like hear about me. I got to get popping. And he got to like, I'm not bringing nothing to nobody. So that was like one of the first times I met him. Super cool with his sister, Michelle. Auntie Michelle, shout outs to you. She used to give me per diems every day for food, lunch, and everything like that. So I always thank Hove because I say he created an incubator for creatives. You know, whereas like I got an internship, I was able to learn clothes and design and TED Packs, colorways and mood boarding through the programs I was put in to now being able to work with Rock Nation, you know, with my career. So it's like shout outs to Jay Brown for always being there. You know, when we wasn't even in cahoots, we had no deals, we had no like business together, but he will always, you know, take calls with like lawyers and stuff like that if I needed to walk through something.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing, man. God is great, man.
Yeah, God is great.
And you know, credit to you for, you know, maximizing those opportunities. You know,
for sure, definitely.
Not everybody sees the complete opportunity, and sometimes internships and things of that sort, it's not easy, right? It's not like every day, oh, I'm just in the office where Jay-Z hangs out. It ain't like that.
Well, I never seen him in the office. so I'd never seen him in the office, not even walking through. But it wasn't even about that. Like, I wasn't even expecting to.
Right.
Everybody there, Just See, everybody there, like, you know, shout outs to them
That's
for
great,
even
man.
showing me the ropes, because it wasn't about the celebrity. It was about the craft and what I could learn. It was school for me.
Yeah.
But also Jay, he was one of the people who throughout this process, he helped me find my voice, because it was 4 people I had to see making this project, because I was just making a lot of music and I wasn't really connecting to it. Jay was one of the people, Kanye was one of the people, Bugs was one of the people, and Sycamore was one of the people.
Damn.
So I went to go see each, like I literally wrote them down, and I went to go see each and every one of them.
Crazy. To play them the project.
To play them the project, figure out where I was at,
wow.
what I'm trying to say, because I'm like, yo, Jay is a God MC. He definitely had to be where I was at mentally
at one point.
So I'm like, I needed his guidance.
Damn, and what was that guidance?
The guidance was we played basically, I say it in messy. We had champagne, we had Ace of Spades, in a small office room in a rock building, and we was just listening through all my music. We sat down for like an hour and a half.
Damn.
Listening to all my music, and we got to the middle, and he was like, "Ha, I know where you are. You're where I was at when I made Beach Chair." He says you have something to say, but you also want to please the crowd. So I gave them the happy hook, and I gave them like everything I wanted to say in the verse, and he was like, "You're the anthem man. You gotta hit them with the anthems, but make sure you get your shit off." That was one thing he said to me. Bugs, who produced for Kanye, he was like, rap on lo-fi beats, fuck the hi-hats.
Wow.
You have a baritone voice and keep people moving. He said, when me and Ye talk about creating music, we talk about creating music that has movement and it keeps people moving.
Wow.
Kanye said, it all sounds amazing, and we went to his atelier, looked at his latest designs, and started working on Donda.
Damn, that's dope, man.
And then Sycamore, I played him like a few songs. This is very early in the process. I had 3 songs. It was We Don't Judge, which then turned into Pool, and it was another song, Alive Unhappy. But Alive and Unhappy was 2 different songs. So I played him the 3 songs, and he was like, this sounds tribal and spiritual, and I need you to listen to Air by Soul, which is a group. It's a group of mysterious artists. It's like well-known artists, but they run under a group called Soul,
where
they release projects.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, so he was like, listen to that album, and you're gonna get inspired. And that was my homework. And I read this book called The Artist's Way, which was a creative spirit. It was a spiritual guide for creative people that helped me like. It had me like, I should be getting paid for this because I be promoting this book so much. But it basically broke me out of my writer's block, and it helped me get in tune with myself. So basically, it teaches you to like, it's a practice of free writing, 3 pages a day when you wake up.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's you creating your own calligraphy or your own hieroglyphics or whatever, you just free write and draw whatever you want to do, 3 pages. And then it says to take yourself on a play date, because us as adults, we go out to eat, we hang out and everything like that, but we're not actually having fun. We're not flipping around. We're not playing tag, hot peas and butter, manhunt, kids.
Right.
Like, so it's a part of us that is we're not working out or we're not like attending to. So it teaches you to attend to that. And part of my play was starting back painting again.
That's dope, man. Yeah. That's dope. And hence the birth of the album cover, man.
Yeah.
A couple mentions on the project of, you know, kind of distancing yourself from social media.
Yeah.
What did you learn? What did you take away from that exercise?
Logged out and turned Instagram off. I wanted to tell people you could actually log off.
Like you
it's
actually
okay to
can
log
step
off.
away, I know.
Like, it's a log off button. Like, click. Like, when is the last time y'all logged off? Like, I done logged myself off for months.
Damn, that's dope.
Like, the longest I've been off Instagram was about 6 months. And I felt so good. Like, a lot of my anxiety went away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't know. It's a lot of those things in there that just like, and we create that world. We create whatever world because the algorithm is based off of whatever we like or our interests. But it's like too much of it can drown you. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to step away. It's good to step away from everything for a little bit.
For sure.
And give it some breathing room. And also with Instagram, it ain't really nothing fresh on there. It's all regurgitated information and the same styles and energy. And sometimes you need to look into a book. Sometimes you need to look outside at the trees, nature, the people walking in the street to draw like a real inspiration. That way, you know, if you're a designer, your clothes ain't looking like everybody's clothes that's on Instagram. You can actually think outside of the box, like literally the rectangle box that you're always signed into.
Yeah, right, man. Right. I think it's good for people to hear you talk about it, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know, a lot of people just need to log off, and we don't actually do that exercise.
I want to get into me. I want to see what I would like. I don't need all of the voices to become a part of the aesthetic that I push. I want to sit with myself and get those little inklings of do this, do that, blah, 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 without the influence of
so
others.
much, yeah.
Even if you think something is not cool, like, you still pick up that because we all sponges.
Yeah.
So let me get away from this. I have 2 phones.
Okay.
My other phone, actually, my social media phone stopped working yesterday, so I got to get another phone. But yeah, I have 2 phones, and my social media phone has Wi-Fi on it.
Okay.
So I mean, it only works on Wi-Fi. So I can't use my social media unless I'm on Wi-Fi. So I'm either using it like when I go in the house, or like when I come back in the house, or if I'm like here for a second.
Dope, yeah.
So the amount of time I'm spending on social media is probably like an hour altogether.
Good.
So I'm really in the real world, seeing everything and getting ahead.
Dope.
Because y'all asleep.
That's right.
Don't be sleep.
Don't be sleep. One of the lines that stood out to me was, I'm not going to quote it perfectly, but it was basically, "We protected because we're chosen."
Yeah.
Right? I thought that was so powerful on the
that's
song.
a T-shirt.
You know what I mean?
That's a T-shirt
Such
design.
a powerful line, man. You know, what was it about this album that, you know, brings you so much joy in finally putting it out? Because it's been 4 years, man.
It's not even just the 4 years. It's like, it's what's on the album. It's like what I'm talking about. It's like,
Proud of that.
yeah, I'm happy about that, because I could have like put out an album after 4 years and been like, yeah, but I'm working on the next one, like, and I'm putting this, like, it's not about that. It's like, let's sit here for a second.
Right.
Let's really dissect these lyrics. Let's go through it. Let's heal. Let's turn up. Let's dissect what the producers did. Like, what was Ferg thinking? Like, this is that project. This is art.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? This is Bible. This is like something you could pick up years from now, and you can find gems, and kids can listen to it and get motivated and understand how they can navigate life.
Yeah, man. And what else? You got so much other stuff going on. What other than the music, fashion? I mean, what do you got up your sleeve as we get into the new year?
I'm diving into the culinary arts. You know, so we looking at a restaurant.
Okay.
That's in the works. I'm also working on Ferg Apparel. That's really like what I'm locked in on. But it's like the music. It's like really just I'm into this music. I'm into building more activations and outlets where I could express what I've just created. And I got ideas for the next one as well already. You know, I'm already like 10 joints in for the next one.
Oh,
but
sick.
I really want to I love it here. I want to stay here for a minute and really like live in this music, because now it's like we just go through projects like we go through draws. It's like, bro, we gotta sit down with the project and really like see what the artist is trying to convey. Especially like when people are coming like me, they coming like Kendrick, they coming like, you know, Doechii, they coming like Tyler. You got to sit down with that. This is real art. This take time. And we're putting our livelihoods on the line. Like, we're actually, you know, I know what it takes to get to this point, and it takes like self-evolution. And for you to evolve as a person, you have to have a revolution within self to have that evolution. So it's like you got to kind of revolt about like against your old ways and everything like that in order to go to that next level. So like the mental things we got to go to, the physical things, the mental things, the ridicule, all of that, just to put out art. We got to sit with the music and give it a chance.
I heard that. Definitely sit with the project, man. It's a great project, man. 12 tracks on it.
Yep.
Darold's the name of the project.
Darold is his name.
Yeah. That part. Hey, what'd you think of the Tyson fight, man?
Oh, man, I don't think about it.
Did you watch it?
It's horrible. It's like, I didn't like, and I get it. I love Tyson.
Me
like
too.
he made off like a fat rat, like him and Jake.
They
but
both
it was
got
like
paid crazy.
But the thing is, right? If Mike would have knocked out Jake, that was expected. If Jake would have knocked out Mike, we wouldn't have liked Jake.
That wouldn't have felt good.
That
at
wouldn't have
all.
been right. That
There was
wouldn't have been
points
cool.
of it where I was watching, like, please don't.
Yeah, so it was like, it's a very fragile situation. I feel like the girls went crazy before them.
Yeah,
though.
that fight
Like,
was
shout outs to the
nuts.
girls. Like, that fight was good. The Mike and Jake fight wasn't a fight. It was a standoff, and they made money. And I'm happy that Mike made that bread.
I heard that. I
Yeah.
heard that.
Because nobody is actually, like, you know, getting Netflix accounts anyway. Like, everybody's getting their girlfriend's account.
Oh, you saying sharing?
Yeah, so
accounts
ain't
and
nobody lose no bread or nothing. Like, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So everybody win. Like,
Ferg, thank you for coming through, man.
thank you for having me, my brother.
You know, every time, it's always, anytime you know you're in town, please slide
Yeah.
through, man. Keep going crazy. I love what
Yes.
you did with the project, man, and congratulations on everything.
Appreciate you. LA all day, Harlem,
That's
New York,
right.
stand up.
You know it. Just Incredible's Liftoff Show right here on Power 106.